I would like to welcome all the Soksay who are listening now into our podcast, HumanisTalk, The Social Matters. Youth Changemaker, a podcast with the Social Science Club. I'm Andre Camara and with me is...
Hello, I'm Athena Stephanie Cristel Mariana, and we are your hosts for today's post-event of Social Science Club.
You know what, partner? This HumaniSTalk, The Social Matters, Youth Changemakers, a podcast with the Social Science Club is really interesting.
It is, partner, because the Social Science Club wants to promote individuals who will make a difference to the community. Though this podcast is the goal to build a passionate and diverse individual that will inspire and drive social change to provide a platform for gaining insights into issues and opportunities to innovate solutions, especially the youth, as change makers, will be ready in devoting themselves to be responsible and having a firm commitment in society.
Wow, I am extremely excited for episode 2. How about you, partner?
In episode 2 today, we'll be talking about the youth engagement for the battle of your inner thoughts. And yes, I'm very pleased that we are now having Sir Sean Marcus Leonida as our guest speaker.
You know what, partner? Mr. Sean Marcus Leonida is a flag bearer of the tourism and hospitality industry, a consistent honor student, a born leader, who also uses his passion for pageants with causes in his hometown, Tagaytay City. Mr. Sean Marcus has found his heart leaning towards his advocacy of sustainable ecotourism and youth empowerment. He was recently awarded as one of the 10 outstanding tourism students of the Philippines and ranked 7th, given by the Junior Tourism and Hospitality Management Association of the Philippines. Recently, he became an alumnus of the biggest leadership congress in the country, the Ayala Young Leaders Congress, qualified as one of the top 25 youth heroes in the Philippines, given by the International Association of Youth and Students for Peace, and awarded as one of the 10 outstanding volunteers of the year finalists from Voice of the Youth Network. Committed to serving the country, he was the first Lycean in the country to get the CATP, stands for Certified Associate Tourism Professional title. With heads up high and feet on the ground, he continues to take the lead for the youth and industry as a student government secretary, university scholar, and dean's lister.
So what are we waiting for? Today he will share his practice on youth engagement for your inner thoughts. Hello, Mr. Sean. Welcome to the Humanities Talk, the Social Matters Youth Change Makers, a podcast by Social Science Club.
Hello, thank you so much for inviting me. And nice meeting you all. Ang ganda ng hosting nyo, Patrick, Athena, and Ray Camara. Yan. I hope everyone's safe despite the upcoming Holy Week. And I hope that you have utilized your time to please take rest na despite everyone having their own priorities at home, priorities at school, and of course, contemplating and valuing our inner thoughts. So first of all, sa lahat na nandito, especially kay Athena and kay Andrew, I just have few questions to ask, para naman we can really communicate with each other. So we have inner thoughts, madalas. So kapag stressed tayo, we have lots of thoughts in our mind, may it be good or bad. Pero I want to know what common thoughts do you have in your minds? Si Athena muna. I would like to ask our host, Athena. What thoughts do you usually have in your mind?
My thoughts. Usually, it's about school and my family po. I'm worried on what will happen. Especially po sa school kasi, syempre po, we're graduating na rin po. Worried ako kung yung sa things mo, baka tapos na po ba or hindi pa ba tapos yung mga gagawin ko. Sa family naman po, syempre worried ako sa health nila, ano ba mangyayari pag nasa labas po kami, kung di po kami magkakasama.
Thank you, Athena. So your feelings are really valid, no? It's really normal that most of us as youth talagang na-experience natin yung mga ganitong thoughts. And I would like to ask, how about si Andrew naman? What thoughts do you usually have when you are stressed naman?
Actually, same din po kay Athena. Worrying about my family, my friends outside. Tapos kung ano po yung possible na mangyari po pag lumabas po kung na-expose masyad sa environment sa labas ngayong may pandemic po.
So thank you. Yes, Thank you, Andrew. So this is a podcast, not necessary that I will be shown through a video or even to use PowerPoint. Since a podcast will be like through talk, like listening to a radio through voice, diba? So sa lahat ng listeners natin ngayon, I hope that you engage, no? Kasi it's not all the time na we get to appreciate the thoughts that we have. Kasi most of the time, lagi nating nilalagay sa likod ng isip natin, we're mostly preoccupied kung ano yung urgent. For example, we have task to do, nagka-cramming tayo, yung mga pain sa love life, pain sa bahay, lagi natin siya nilalagay sa back of our mind, kumbaga, di ba? However, nawawala yung importance of our inner thoughts. So, sa mga nakikinig natin ngayon, to our listeners, no, it's very controversial question that was given by Sir Boy Abunda, no, na when is the right time to be not okay and when is not the right time to not be okay. So talagang mapapuzzle tayo. Ang dami na nating iniisip. Iisipin pa natin tong question na to. Pero first of all, to answer that question, no, not in a pageant way, but in a really realistic way. So answer that in a really realistic way. So not being okay is part of our lives. Yung natin, we often see growth sa sarili natin in a stagnant na pataas lang talaga. Iniisip lang natin na kapag masaya tayo, lulungkot. Diba? We have that mentality na kapag iniisip natin yung mga bagay-bagay, takot tayong maging masaya, takot naman din tayo maging malungkot. We don't value the different moods that we have. So, first of all, no, to recognize our feelings, kasama na dito yung not being okay, is to know na not every day is an okay day. Diba? Not every day is a sunshine day. There are times that we'll experience rainy days, no? Kumbaga, we have problems to encounter. But these problems, they're not meant to stay. No? The good thing about problem is that it may be hard, but it's not always meant to stay. And that's the time that it's okay not to be okay. So slowly, no, medyo nagagagats natin yung concept, no, ng not being okay in the right time. However, there's also times na not being okay is not being, nalilito na tayo. Nahalito kasi yung question. So, yung not being okay, may times din na hindi siya magandang isipin. No? Kasi, given that we have rainy days, it is a must, no, that we recognize first our feelings. Oh, it's okay umiyak, no, to release the feelings that we have, the stress that we have. It's okay to cry. No, pero when we stay on our feelings na lagi tayong malungkot, na especially leaders, I think since the HumanisTalk is featuring youth change makers, lahat ng nanonood dito, they want to listen, of course, to other people who can inspire them because them themselves, they are potential leaders. So itong nakikinig ngayon, mga potential leaders yan, of course, from Athena through to Andrew, yan, mga potential leaders yan. So when there are times that we are needed, it's not always na palaging ready tayo. Yan, we should know that na. And that comes the time na kapag kailangan tayo, we should always be there despite the rainy days that we have. And that's the only time that we can put our inner thoughts, no? Yung mga pains natin, mga experiences natin, that's the only time that we can put them behind our back when we are meant to lead. No? Pero since the episode 2 features the value of your inner thoughts, no, I'll just make this quick lang since masyadong pangit pag matagal, baka mamaya maging MMK na tayo. So very, very quick lang naman itong social matters talaga na value of your inner thoughts. No? Yun nga. So the value of your inner thoughts is by recognizing your inner thoughts. So most of us, no, we are realist rather than idealist. So ano nga ba yung concept ng realism and idealism. No? So yung mga idealist people, they have a concept in their mind. They're being creative, kumbaga. These are the creative leaders who use their inner thoughts in leading other people, in creating their projects. Lagi silang may concept na nasa isip nila. And we also have people who are realist. Kinoconsider nila yung time para gawin yung isang bagay, and kinoconsider din nila yung mga possible factors katulad ng, is the design relevant kung anong meron tayo ngayon bago niya ipasa sa prof? Kung si prof ba, ma-appreciate niya ba yung ganitong design? So realist, mostly they think of the truth kung anong nangyayari ngayon. And idealist, they have their own truth that they want to introduce. No? So in academics, since most of us here are students, kahit ako student lang ako, nearing graduation na. So I'm here, nasabi nga kanina, no, taking up Bachelor of Science in International Travel and Tourism Management. So from that, ako, masasabi ko nga, I'm actually an idealist leader. But most of the time, I want to be a realist. Kasi, I don't know, sige nga tanungin ko si Athena. Athena, ikaw ba pag naiiwan ka, madalas mag-isa sa bahay, do you rather do homework, do chores sa bahay, yung mga gawain sa bahay, or most of the time, you're preoccupied mag-isip ng mga bagay-bagay? Ikaw, Athena, I want to ask you if pag naiiwan ka sa bahay, mag-isa ha?
Actually po, sir, pag naiiwan po ako sa bahay, I do a lot of things like I do my chores, of course, I have to do for me to help my parents na din po. After I do my chores, I do my homework. Then after I'm done, I'm doing what I like playing with my phone, thinking about things, talking with my friends. Ayun po.
Thank you, Athena. So Athena is an ideal realist pala. Pardon me. So realist leader kasi yun nga, ginagawa niya yung mga bagay na kailangan gawin sa harap niya, yung mga priorities niya sa harap. But however, most of us, yung mga idealist dito, they contemplate, bago nila gawin yung isang bagay, ang dami nilang iniisip. So it's good, Athena is a realist. Pero being a realist also have its pros and cons. How about si Andrew naman? So this, para maging interactive yung podcast natin. Ikaw, Andrew, anong ginagawa mo pag naiwan ka mag-isa sa bahay?
To be honest po, sometimes I'm lazy, sometimes nag-iisip ako kung ano yung mga dapat gawin or ano dapat yung mga unang gawin, like modules po, bago po ako maglaro ng mga games. Yun po.
Yeah. So thank you. In prejudgment, masasabi ko si Andrew is an idealist leader kasi mag-iisip muna siya bago niya gawin yung isang bagay. Though, of course, given naman na si Athena, nag-iisip din niya bago niya gawin yung isang bagay. Pero, why do we have inner thoughts? Ito ba yung inner thoughts, yung mga bagay na hindi natin nasasabi? Or our inner thoughts yung nasasabi naman natin pero pumapasok lang siya sa isip natin? Diba? Ang daming concept when it comes to inner thoughts. Pero, in simple words, let's discuss inner thoughts in simple words. Now, for example, nasa bahay tayo, then we felt sad. Of course, may maiisip tayo agad. I don't know kung anong naiisip niyo, pero let's give a scenario na ako kapag nalungkot ako, naiisip ko, I want to go out and relax. I want to really solve the problem for the meantime. Which is okay naman. It's okay to unwind when we have inner thoughts. Yun yung first escape natin, escape route. Pero it's not good kapag yung inner thoughts natin naiipon siya and we tend to break down. So I want to highlight yung value ng inner thoughts natin, that if we compiled nung inipon natin tong inner thoughts natin sa isipan natin, talagang there are times na sasabog na lang tayo. Ito yung mahirap when we talk about inner thoughts. Kasi hindi natin to palaging nalalabas. We don't have the courage to accept our inner thoughts. We don't have enough ano ba, opportunity. No, kasi madalas nahihiya tayo, no, yung mga inner thoughts natin, hiya tayong sabihin sa mother natin. Iisipin natin, galit ako sa kanya. We don't even try to communicate with them, provide a solution, no? Malay mo, iniisip din naman ng mother mo is for yourself. So, sayang yung opportunity na maayos mo yung inner thoughts mo na galit ka sa kanya. Yun pala, when you communicate with them, it can be solved. Ayan. There are really lots of possible scenario that our inner thoughts can be solved. And one of them is yung kasasabi ko nga lang na communication. And the other one is, since Holy Week, let us still value the importance of faith. Most of us here, tanungin ko nga, sige, Athena, how often do you pray every day?
To be realistic po, sometimes I don't po. I mostly pray po when I tend to overthink po about things. One will negative. It's negative and positive things po. I pray when I overthink po talaga. Ano na pa? Something hindi po maganda nangyari or meron pong blessings na dumating, I think God po talaga. I talk to Him po talaga for to clear my mind.
Thank you, Athena. Very relevant, no? Lalo na kasi Holy Week.